Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for July 24th, read by Sarah M. from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, USA. AA Thoughts for the Day. Self-will. The first requirement is that we be convinced that any life run on self-will can hardly be a success. On that basis, we are almost always in collision with something or somebody, even though our motives are good. Most people try to live by self-propulsion. Each person is like an actor who wants to run the whole show, is forever trying to arrange the lights, the ballet, the scenery, and the rest of the players in his own way. If his arrangements would only stay put, if only people would do as he wished, the show would be great. Everybody, including himself, would be pleased. Life would be wonderful. Alcoholics Anonymous, pages 60 to 61. Thought to consider. It's not making a mistake that will kill me. It's defending it that does the damage. AA acronyms. NUTS. Not using the steps. Just for today. Orderly transfer from When AA Came of Age. The full attendance of thousands of AAs at St. Louis, representing an accurate cross-section of AA opinion, now sat in convention before us. On the auditorium stage was the Service Conference of Alcoholics Anonymous, about 100 men and women who were the named and chosen representatives of the whole fellowship. The conference, having completed the 5th year of its experimental period with a record of high success, was no longer an experiment. It was the instrument destined to become the heart of AA's third legacy of service and the whole of AA's conscience worldwide. In the simple ceremony that followed, I offered a resolution to the effect that our society should now take its affairs into its own hands and that its conference ought to become the permanent successor to the founders of Alcoholics Anonymous. Amid a roar of acclamation from the floor, the convention carried that resolution. There was silence, and then we heard Chairman Smith offer the resolution to the conference for its confirmation. A simple show of hands expressed the consent of the conference and marked the exact moment when AA came of age. It was 4 o'clock, July 3rd, 1955. Alcoholics Anonymous Comes of Age, page 47. Daily Reflections. Helping others. Our very lives as ex-problem drinkers depend upon our constant thought of others and how we may help meet their needs. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 20. Self-centeredness was my problem. All my life, people had been doing things for me, and I not only expected it, but I was ungrateful and resentful they didn't do more. Why should I help others when they were supposed to help me? If others had troubles, didn't they deserve them? I was filled with self-pity, anger, and resentment. Then I learned that by helping others, with no thought of return, I could overcome this obsession with selfishness, and if I understood humility, I would know peace and serenity. No longer do I need to drink. As Bill sees it, virtue and self-deception. I used to take comfort from an exaggerated belief in my own honesty. My New England kinfolk had taught me the sanctity of all business commitments and contracts, saying, "A man's word is his bond." After this rigorous conditioning, business honesty always came easy. I never flim-flammed to anyone. However, this small fragment of readily won virtue did produce some interesting liabilities. I never failed to whip up a fine contempt for those of my fellow Wall Streeters who were prone to shortchange their customers. This was arrogant enough, but the ensuing self-deception proved even worse. My prized business honesty was presently converted into a comfortable cloak under which I could hide the many serious flaws that beset other departments of my life. Being certain of this one virtue, it was easy to conclude that I had them all. For years on end, this prevented me from taking a good look at myself. Grapevine, August, 1961. The great fact. We realize we know only a little. God will constantly disclose more to you and to us. Ask Him in your morning meditation what you can do each day for the man who is still sick. The answers will come if your own house is in order. But obviously you cannot transmit something you haven't got. See to it that your relationship with Him is right, and great events will come to pass for you and countless others. This is the great fact for us. Alcoholics Anonymous, page 164. Big Book quote. Actually, we were fooling ourselves, for deep down in every man, woman, and child is the fundamental idea of God. It may be obscured by calamity, by pomp, by worship of other things, but in some form or other it is there, for faith in a power greater than ourselves, and miraculous demonstrations of that power in human lives, are facts as old as man himself. Alcoholics Anonymous, We Agnostics, page 55. We have 3 little mottos which are apropos. Here they are. First things first. Live and let live. Easy does it. Alcoholics Anonymous, The Family Afterward, page 135. 24 hours a day. AA thought for the day. AA is like a dike holding back the ocean of liquor. If we take 1 glass of liquor, it is like making a small hole in the dike, and once such a hole has been made, the whole ocean of alcohol may rush in upon us. By practicing the AA principles, we keep the dike strong and in repair. We spot any weakness or crack in that dike and make the necessary repairs before any damage is done. Outside the dike is the whole ocean of alcohol waiting to engulf us again in despair. Am I keeping the dike strong? Meditation for the day. Keep as close as you can to the higher power. Try to think, act, live as though you are always in God's presence. Keeping close to a power greater than yourself is the solution to most of the earth's problems. Try to practice the presence of God in the things you think and do. That is the secret of personal power. It is the thing that influences the lives of others for good. Abide in the Lord and rejoice in His love. Keep close to the divine spirit in the universe. Keep God close behind your thoughts. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may keep close to the mind of God. I pray that I may live with Him in my heart and in my mind. Hazelden Foundation, P.O. Box 176, Center City, Minnesota, 55012. My name is Sarah, and I'm an alcoholic.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952 through 2001.